Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Giovanni from SyncWords. And today we have a very special webinar to present Kaltura machine translation for AI and enrichment services. With us is also Gil Scheffler from Kaltura, as
Hi,
well
Gio.
as, how you doing, Gil? How are you today?
Good, no complaints. How about yourself?
Doing great, great. We're so happy that you joined us for this webinar, and we're very excited about our integration with Kaltura.
Wouldn't miss it.
Great, wonderful. Um, Before we begin, I wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping as well. This webinar is actually being live closed captioned using SyncWords Live. You may have seen in your panel in Zoom a closed captioning button. Feel free to click on that and say display subtitles, and you'll see that everything that is being said in this webinar is being captioned live. In addition to that, we are also doing real-time translation, and you can click on the link or type this link in to see that on your mobile phone or your browser, and you can see how we can translate in real time from English to multiple languages. Um, we'll have one of our panelists send that via chat so that everyone can try that as well. And of course, as usual, if you have any questions, please go ahead and use the Q&A option. We will have a Q&A session at the end of the presentation. So without further ado, let's begin. Kaltura AI and Enrichment Services is something that is really special, and it's something that I'd like Gil from Kaltura to talk about so we can get a better sense for those of us who are new to that platform. Gil?
Hi, yeah, thank you, Gio. So my name is Gil Scheffler. I'm the partners manager at Kaltura, and I'm also joined by my esteemed colleague, Liat, who's the head of the Reach product. Liat, are you there?
Yes, hi Gil, hi everybody, hi Jayo.
Fantastic. So Liat is actually, I took a look at the list of attendees before the session started, and I think more than a few of you are familiar with Kaltura. It's a company that founded 2006, an online video platform that caters to many different clients, different verticals. Near and dear to my heart is our education clients. I think many of you guys are in that vertical. But really, one of the reason I'm sharing this slide at all is to show how we can leverage strength from an OTT, from the media side, into education, back again. So I think that's really important. One of the strengths of the company. And I think that you guys today are going to benefit from that, at least see a potential benefit for you in your everyday use of video. Next slide, please, Gio. And, I don't want to, pat myself on the back too much, but, Kaltura is recognized as a leader in the video landscape by Gartner and other kind of analysts. These are charts that show that in a few very important segments, Kaltura is the leader. And I think today, again, this integration that you're going to see, the machine translation integration we have with SyncWords, speaks to that fact that, we try to be ahead of the competition, provide the best services possible to our clients. One more slide before we start talking about the reason we're here today, machine translation inside your Kaltura environments, is that this is part of the metadata feature that we have. We call it Reach uppercase, and through which you can order a variety of services, whether it's machine captioning, human captioning, or professional captioning. They go by two terms, which are the same, or machine translation, or professional translation, or in the future, stuff like dubbing, or stuff like AI analysis of video. So all those good things, one roof. And today, I think we're going to see a big improvement, big advancement in something you guys could do, and it's machine translation powered by our friends at SyncWords. So, Gio, over to you.
Thank you so much, Gil. Fun fact about languages, especially here in the United States, is that there are actually more Spanish-speaking people in the United States than there are in Spain and Colombia. right? And this is data that we received from the US government census in 2015. And it's so vital for content creators to take into account how much they can grow their audience by using translation services. And this is something that's really important for SyncWords, and that is one of the reasons we're so excited to work with Kaltura so that we can offer this to the masses in the best possible way with our AI technology. Machine translation is really a way to save time and money, right? It's really a fraction of the cost to doing it manually. You get faster than real-time results. It's going to be available for all Kaltura users that use this platform and reach. And also, you can submit your English captioning and get that translated quite quickly. So our vision really is for every channel on Reach and Kaltura to take advantage of this, right? To be able to um, grow their audience by leveraging machine translation, and not just leverage them to translate to Spanish, but to a list of expanding languages that we're introducing as part of this solution for all users in Kaltura. Before we go any further, I have a poll question that I'd like to post up on the screen. Okay, so the first poll question is, are your pre-recorded videos, the ones that you have right now, are they already captioned in English? Because if they are, this is something that you can leverage. Please take a moment to select your answer. Okay, let's take a look at the results. And at least for this audience, we see that 70% of the folks here are already have their videos captioned. Using Kaltura, you can also have them captioned in English. And once you do that, then you're able to then use our system within Kaltura to translate them to multiple languages. Okay, uh, what are some of the benefits, right, to using this service? Well, one of the obvious ones is to reach new demographics, reach audiences that speak other languages here in the United States as well as abroad. And it adds additional value to the video. The production value that you have is something that can be leveraged and distributed globally with translations. It's also very scalable, right? Because it's automated, you can submit all of the videos that you have to get those translated to the languages that you need. And of course, as you know, in online videos, the more subscriptions you have, the bigger your audience grows, the more following you have. So you can multiply that by simply introducing language translation. And of course, there's the accessibility aspect of it, especially for education, right? There's so many folks out there who are English as a second language students. And when they have the video captioned and translated, they're able to learn faster, they're able to perform better, and they will appreciate that quite a bit and will follow your channel. Um, so how does it work? What are the simple things? I mentioned that if you have the English captions, in Kaltura, there's a format called SRT. It's a subtitle format. And this format can be easily translated. You simply just submit it to machine translation and you get the faster than real-time results. It's that simple. All right, before we go any further, I have another poll question and I'd like to post that on the screen right now. So the question is, what geographical location is your primary target audience, right? Is it North America? Do you want to target Europe? Asia Pacific, could be Australia, could be Japan, China, Southeast Asia, Middle East, or is it other? Please go ahead and give us your answer and then we can move on. All right, let's take a look at the answers. It looks like overwhelmingly we are at 84% for North America and about 19% for Europe. And and we have 12% for Asia Pacific. So it seems like, especially in Europe, right, there's a lot of languages that are very important there, even local languages, right, within places like Germany, as well as the UK, where there's even local dialects there. So it's really important to grow that audience to be able to have the subtitles translated. Okay, let's move on. So what are some of the lists of languages? Right off the bat, as we launch this service in Kaltura, these are the list of languages. So we have Chinese simplified, Chinese traditional. We have a variety of European languages, as well as some Southeast Asian languages and Middle Eastern languages. But this is not a limit in any way, shape, or form. This is what we've launched with. So if you have additional languages that you're interested in, please reach out to us. Please reach out to Kaltura, and we can look into adding additional languages to the system so that you can translate to the language that you need.
Gio, and I think, we had I thought, so these are the major languages, but sometimes I'd say a regional language I wasn't aware it might have a huge demand for. For example, I was speaking to a university in Wales who had, a real demand for a translation to Welsh, which is not a language, they're relatively speaking few speakers. But, and then you shared an example with a university from Hawaii asking for Hawaiian. So I think what's really sometimes interesting is that, you can bring real values to some of the universities in these regions that need to translate into, languages that fewer people speak. Really interesting stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And the key thing there is that, especially for educators, having access to languages, especially languages that are spoken locally and are very popular in their geographical region, are essential, right? It's something that they're very keen on doing to be able to build their archive of videos that have this foreign language subtitles. Let's talk about some of the technology here as far as how it works, because machine translation is not enough to get the best quality subtitles. There has to be other aspects involved in there, because we're not translating Word documents, we're not translating text documents, we're translating subtitles, and subtitles are designed for video presentations, and video production and deployment. So our approach is really to parse the text that's coming in to take advantage of translation accuracy, right, for this solution. We use our AI to detect sentences so we can differentiate the speaker label, we can differentiate sound cues, other formatting. We look at the sentence punctuation, and we parse this in a way so we submit this separated text in a way to get the best out of the machine translation engine. And that provides a very accurate result. And that would not be the case if we were translating word by word and then try to piece that together. The sentences would not make sense in the other language. So this is essential. And this is a layer that we do before doing the translation. In addition to that, timing is essential as well for subtitling. It doesn't help any all for the video presentation if the subtitles are not in sync with the video. So another layer that SyncWords takes into account is we look at the English that's coming in that needs to be translated. We look at the audio, we analyze that, and we make sure that the synchronization is just right. We'll get word level timing, and then we do the translation based on that. So the subtitles in Spanish or other languages come out perfectly in sync, and they give it a better way to view them for the end user when they're looking at it in reading the video and the subtitles at the same time. It's a very, very good process. So it works kind of like this, right? This is the workflow. There's at least 3 different layers of technology and artificial intelligence that we employ. We first get the English subtitles from Kaltura. We do the analysis, the parsing. We do the auto timing, synchronization, and then we do the machine translation. Once that's translated, we convert it back to a subtitle format automatically and then publish it back to Kaltura. It's really a great way to work. And in my opinion, as someone who has worked in closed captioning and subtitles for the last 20 years, this is the best machine translation solution in the world that we're offering here. I have one more poll question, and then I have a short video presentation that I'm going to show you. Let's take a look at that last poll. Okay, let's see. We get it? Looks like it's not quite there. Okay, well, let's move on, actually. Let's go into the presentation. This is a short video that shows the challenges and the solution of the new Kaltura machine translation solution. I have to say that has to be the most inspirational subtitling video I've ever seen, and I hope that everyone enjoyed that. So let's take a look at how this works from the UI side. So if you have a video in Kaltura, you'll now have a way to order the subtitles. So you can see that this video has English captions as well as other captions. And now there's a new UI where you can select actions, select caption enrich, and place an order. Here you can select that's machine translation, and you select the language that you'd like the English translated to. Once you hit submit, the UI will show you that it's pending, and within just a few minutes, you will get the results back faster than real time. And you can do this in parallel. You can submit as many as you need. Everything is cloud-based, so it's going to work very fast, and you can submit things in batch. So this is a great solution, and we invite everyone to take advantage of this and try it out. Let's go to our next slide here. How much does it cost? Well, it's less than $1 per minute per language. So if you have a video, you can get all that translated in a very economic way and do it very quickly, and it's scalable. So it's going to be a way to save yourself a lot of money. How does it perform? We actually reached out to several folks that have companies that do professional translation, and they were very impressed, right, by the results. They felt that this is one of the best translation solutions in the market, and it's something that even they are leveraging to save time and money. And it's something that that is now available in Kaltura, and we're constantly improving. So we think that the accuracy has even gotten better in the last year. What about the user satisfaction? We have been doing live machine translation on the web for several customers, and we've had surveys on the web for users to let us know how useful they felt. And overwhelmingly, over 90% of the viewers that are foreign language speakers were super impressed. They found the machine translation very useful. It helped them be able to follow the programming even though the programming was in English, just by having the subtitles live translated. And this same solution is available in Kaltura for pre-recorded videos at this time. Here's a use case that I wanted to cover. We had House of Worship, who also does educational material, and they had a 2-hour, actually it was 2.5-hour video, and they needed that translated to 17 languages, and they needed it the same day, right? This is a monster project, and they absolutely could not find anyone that would take this on, simply because they were so concerned about the short amount of time to be able to deliver. And with this solution that we're using, we were able to deliver that to them, within just under a few hours, and give them 17 languages. They were so pleased with us. They even gave us a testimonial. They felt it was fast and professional. They were impressed with the ability to be able to deliver this in such a tight deadline. And overall, their feedback has been great about the quality, and it's helped them proselytize, it's helped them get their message out. And it's something that everyone on this webinar can take advantage of now, using Kaltura in a very economic way. So a little bit more about SyncWords. We're out of New York. We also have an office in Europe, Kiev, and we've launched in 2013. Our automation is the best in the world, and it's something that we do on demand, we do live. We have integrations with Zoom and WebEx as well for live meetings, and of course, live streaming. We have several different solutions, and we're experts. We come from the broadcast industry space, and we've taken some of the most professional technologies that television stations use and are leveraging that now with the new solution for subtitle translation in Kaltura. Other integration that we have with Kaltura is folks that have a Kaltura account. They can also take a look at other services from SyncWords, and they can log into Kaltura and be able to work with their subtitles and captions within SyncWords as well. So we'd like to invite everyone to try Kaltura's Reach new solution for machine translation. And I think now we can go to our questions and answers. And please, if you have any questions, put them into the Q&A, and we'll take a look. Yeah, someone asked about punctuation. So the answer is yes. Actually, we really take into account the punctuation. We want to make sure that things are not only synchronized, but all the grammar, punctuation is taken into account. So things have improved quite a bit with this solution, and we invite you to try it to see for yourself. Okay, so other questions are, can this feature be selected for individual Kaltura videos? Yes, absolutely, I believe so. And the key thing is you just explore the UI. You can see the ordering process is quite simple to use. So I believe that that's possible as well. Okay. What technology does the machine translation? It seems superior to other auto captioning and translations. And yeah, the key thing there is that typically to get the best results, right, is that the English has to be done properly, right? So the English should be done by a professional subtitling. I believe there's services there from Kaltura to do that properly. But the actual translation engine or solution rather that is there is really geared to get the best out of that accuracy of the English, to make sure that the timing is right, and that's why we feel that it's superior than any other platform out in the market today. Is there a limit to how many items you can submit? No, there's no limit. You can submit orders after orders, and everything's going to work in parallel because it doesn't go into a queue. It's totally scalable. Let's see, another question. Yeah, someone's asking about how we can scale this. Really, as many languages as are available, you can submit them all, and it can be done in faster than real time. So it's something that you just have to try it out to see for yourself. Getting 17 languages all at once with really good accuracy is something that is no longer science fiction. It's something that it's a reality right now.
And I think, just to jump on that, Gio, I think, this service is at less than a tenth of the price of having a human or professional translator provide this service. It's around 9/10 of the accuracy, and it's about 1,000 times faster than it would take a human to translate. And if you guys ever done any translating a video like I did back in the day, it's painstaking stuff. You have full staffs of people going over this. Most of it is not very cerebral. He went, she went. For them to provide a rough draft, a machine-generated draft, for then to, if you want to take it up to the 100% accuracy or 99.9, generating that draft with a product like SyncWords is really valuable, and you'd be genuinely doing a great service to your team of translators if you have any. So anyway, that was my aside, thinking back my days translating video. Gio?
Yeah, it's a great solution. Someone had asked about supporting other subtitle format compatibility in the near future. Yeah, please reach out to us and support. Let us know what your needs are, because we are experts in subtitles and subtitle formats. So if you need some specific workflow for translation, you can reach out to us. That's absolutely something we can help you with. Let's see, someone asked, can it translate from other languages? The answer is that at this time, it's only can come in from English, but if you have another language that you want to translate from, certainly reach out to us and we can see if we can accommodate.
Yeah, and I'd like to encourage any of you, I saw all sorts of languages asked, from Navajo to Bangla. Please feel free to reach out to you. I don't know if we'll be able to provide this service for you tomorrow or next week, but first of all, it is sometimes possible. And sometimes we can also factor in a request for language in the roadmap if we can't provide it today. So please don't be shy.
That's right, that's right. Someone asked us about medical terminology. We actually do support solutions for translating medical terms. In fact, we've done several events recently with universities that have medical terms. So by all means, please try it out. You'd be impressed with the results. Someone asked, are there any other languages you are currently working on? Yes, the answer is yes. And we are constantly expanding and adding new languages as requests come in, but definitely let us know about that. Another person asked, how many hours will it take to get a 1-hour video file to be translated? It'll take 30 minutes. Our system is faster than real time. So if you have a 1-hour video, in a little over 30 minutes, you'll get the results. Can students download a full script of the captions? With Kaltura, there you can actually see the subtitles within Reach. So you could take a look at the script. It's not necessarily live. This is for pre-recorded. Um, someone's asking about Indonesian. Yeah, please let us know about that. Someone asked, they missed the first part, and they asked, does the translation require the captions to already exist in English? Yeah, so the answer is yes. The translation needs to be there in English. Sorry, the original subtitles have to be there in English in your Kaltura video to order the translations. However, if the video is not captioned, Kaltura also offers services to get your video captioned. So you can absolutely order the captions and get the translations all in the same platform in Kaltura. Okay. Yeah, so someone asked about security. We've gone through a very intense security vetting process with Kaltura. As you know, Kaltura is a tier 1 company in the video industry, and we can absolutely provide you with some of the security protocols. If that's a concern, please reach out to us, and we can talk to you about that. One more question I did see is about that I wanted to answer is about whether this requires a subscription. And this is strictly pay as you go. So you just get billed by the minute of media. So if you have a 10-minute video, then you'll know it'll be, you're only paying for the 10 minutes. You don't have to have a subscription fee for like a month or anything like that. It's really like a SaaS solution for this solution. All right, I think that covers everything. If there are other questions, of course, reach out to us at SyncWords. You can write at info@SyncWords. You can also write support@Kaltura. And what's a good way to reach out to Kaltura, Gil? So if people have questions.
That's a great question. So guys, the service you saw today, if you are a Kaltura client, speak to your Kaltura representative. They can, it needs to be turned on, and it's part of the Reach service that you have already. So you have Reach, and this is a service provided through that. So please contact we call it CSM, Customer Success Manager, your Kaltura representative, and or, by the way, send me an email. I'm happy to help out as much as possible as well. It's gil.scheffler@kaltura.com. I'm going to put it in the chat just in case. So, but in either way, I'd be looping in your CSM just so we're all on the same page. But please let me know if you're interested, even for a trial. We're happy to kind of let you play around with it. So yeah, let us know.
Great. Thank you, Gil. And I want to thank everyone for joining us today for this webinar. This webinar also is going to be recorded with closed captions, and we'll have that available as a video on demand. And feel free to share that internally with your team at your organizations or universities. All right, and with that, we'll conclude. Thank you again, everyone, and I appreciate your time.